Hey, it's Phil with Stonewater Training. Just going through a morning routine I've used for the last 8 years. This isn't intended to be a great standalone workout. It's just a way to do a functions check on your body each morning, lightly engage your upper body, your lower body, and your core. So what we're going to do is some rotations, modified sunrise salute. I say modified because I'm not a yogi. These are just some movements I've drawn from previous yoga practice, and they work for me. And then, as I said, we'll do some light upper body, light lower body, and core work. Altogether, this will probably take about somewhere between 2 and 3 minutes. When you're doing the stretching poses, I encourage you, for the entire duration of this, breathing through your nose and breathing as deeply as you can. Kind of think of that air coming in through your nose, filling your belly and pushing all the way back to your spine. For purposes of this video, I'm going to be talking through it, so I won't be breathing like that. But when you do this on your own, I just focus on holding each pose for somewhere between 2 and 5 slow, deep breaths. All right, so starting off with rotations, I just do kind of a head and neck rotation. Slow, lazy circles, 3 to the left, 3 to the right. Okay, now I do arm and shoulder rotation, 3 forward, and then 3 backward. Again, not really going for speed or intensity here, just max range of motion, kind of working out the kinks. All right, kind of hip rotation, working those hip flexors in the front, a little bit of your lower back. This is not a stretch or a rotation I'd put on my Tinder pose. I feel kind of weird doing it in front of a camera right now. But again, just working those kinks out of the lower spine. And then put your feet and knees together and do some knee rotations, 3 to the left and 3 to the right. Okay, now we'll go into that modified sunrise salute. Again, apologies to those of you who actually do yoga out there. This is far from perfect. So reaching up high, stretching all the way back, just feeling your abs stretch, your shoulders, trying to bring your arms up by your ears and get a good backwards bend in. And then gently fold forward, kind of hinging at the waist and just letting yourself hang. And you can loosely rotate back and forth. I feel this, my hamstrings, really all the way from the back of my feet up to the base of my spine. You can drop your hands down. And again, just a nice gentle left to right, push back. Now plant your hands on either side of your mat. Drop that right foot back and just go into a nice deep lunge. Think of having a proud chest and just stretch down. Again, you're holding each of these for about 3 breaths. Okay, from here, dip your left elbow as far down as you can. You're kind of rotating that spine. And then come up, channel Spider-Man, get a nice good spinal twist. Kind of hold that. Plant your left hand. You're in a nice plank right now. And while we're here, we're going to do 10 push-ups. And this is quite simply our upper body engagement for this routine. Okay, if that's hard, just to do a full push-up, do them from your knees. You can also mix these up. You can do narrow arm push-ups to work your triceps a little more. Or you can do kind of a wide grip push-up. Again, you're just lightly changing the impact that has on your muscle groups. The crows are getting real excited about this. Okay, so from that plank, now just roll forward on your toes and just sag in the middle. It's kind of a modified cobra stretch from yoga. And just feeling those abs kind of stretch out in that lower back. And now we're going to go back into a downward dog. You just feel that stretch all the way from your heels up to your tailbone, and then from the tip of your fingers, again, all the way back to your tailbone. You can pedal your feet a bit here. Just stretch out the calves. Okay, now come forward with your right foot. We're just going to mirror what we did in the beginning. A nice deep lunge. You're holding it for three deep breaths. Okay, right elbow down. Good spinal twist. come up. Again, just really focusing on a nice, easy stretch. Bring your feet together. Okay, you're in that nice, comfortable forward bend. Walk it left, right. Bend your knees, come up slow. Finishing again in that standing mountain pose. And bring it down. Okay, just kind of relax now. So we did push-ups, engage our triceps, our shoulders, our pecs. Now we're just going to do 10 deep squats. Go as low as you can and come up nice and slow. Really just working that range of motion. When you do these, you're keeping your head up. You're not bending your head down and folding forward. Just looking straight ahead or slightly up. Going as low as you comfortably can without picking your heels up off the ground, all the way up to a standing position. All right, so that's kind of a light lower body engagement. And now we're just going to do core. For these, and there's a lot of variations you can do of all this. The intent is just you're hitting your upper body, hitting your lower, and then exercising your core. For this one, I'm just going to do a bit of an angle for you. Again, not a glamorous exercise, but an effective one. We're just going to do butterfly sit-ups. So the soles of your feet are together. Kind of just let your knees relax out. Come back, sit up all the way forward, and just do 10 of those. Okay, so at this point, you've gotten some good joint rotations in. You've stretched your entire body to a degree. Your upper body was lightly engaged. Your lower body was engaged in your core. Feel free to modify the exercises. Feel free to add reps to them. I know some people who do 50 of each of these. They've just progressed to that point. But what's important is do something. Move your body. The morning's one of the few times you own before the day kind of gets a vote. So wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, remember, it starts with you. It's not about you. Have a good one.